Good evening. Welcome to the District 102 Spring Band Concert number 2. My name is Jason Lyons, and I'm joined by Nancy Flanagan. We're the band teachers here. If there was anyone who wasn't able to attend tonight's concert and they're sitting around a computer or maybe a smart device, the concert is being live streamed this evening. So if you want to quick text all your family and friends with a text thread and let them know that they can be found on the District 102 homepage. There's a link. They can go ahead and click on it and they can watch the performance online. And yeah, it's going to be a great concert this evening. And thank you so much for being here and kind of partnering with us all year, getting the kids from this room starting out, so just playing their instruments, to here we are at the end of the year. We know midnight lessons between 8 and 10 notes. We know whole notes, half notes, 8 notes, chords. We've learned a lot along the way. And I hope you're excited to hear what we've learned. On our first concert we played, most of our tunes were about 8 measures long, and I think our longest song today is about 50 to 60 measures today. 68 measures. So I'm very excited to share this growth with you today. So we're going to go ahead and get things started. Please welcome Mrs. Nancy Flanagan.
First piece, you will notice it's a Bugler's Dream. This is, we have a couple of thematic songs tonight. One, the beginning band will be playing the Bugler's Dream. It's the Olympic theme and fanfare in honor of the Summer Olympics that will happen this year. So please enjoy our opening number, Bugler's Dream. Give our professionals a chance. They're running around back there moving to their next instruments. We'll take a moment to talk about a couple of the handouts that you might have seen on the table as you were coming in. One specifically for our beginning band members and tips for summer, because this will be the first summer after they have been playing. We recommend very strongly that if they're playing next year, boy, like this band next year, it's going to be amazing. We hope all of you are going to join us again next year in 6th grade. Hold on to your instruments. There's information, more information about things to do over the summer. Most importantly, hold on to that instrument. Additionally, we have a band camp that we do right here in District 102. I know you've spoken about it, maybe your students have talked to you about it. It's not too late to register. It's the first week in August 5th through 8th. Check it out on the handout there. Our next piece wanted to make you aware of the last rehearsal dates and lessons. If you should, the students' schedules, their in-school lessons will continue 1 week longer than our morning rehearsals. Our morning rehearsals for this band will and we have next Wednesday and then the Wednesday after that. So the last date for the beginning band rehearsals here at Park early morning is going to be Wednesday, May 15th. Lessons will occur that week and also the week following. And then for our intermediate band who are you're going to be carrying their last rehearsals will be that same week on Friday the 17th. And for our intermediate band, rehearsals will go to only 1 day a week, starting tomorrow. No rehearsal Friday, no rehearsal tomorrow. Next week, only Friday, and the following week, our last rehearsal only Friday. So no Tuesdays. Our next song, Monuments. According to the catalog, it captures the heroic and triumphant feelings inspired by our nation's great monuments. There are some parts in here that are, if you think of monument, big structure, our low voices especially, they get to kind of build this, like they're stepping up to this monument toward the end. It's kind of neat. So listen to our lows, right? Lows, we're gonna show that monument part at the end. All right. This is monuments. For our last piece, Health Squadron, we just want to send out a special recognition to all of our band students. We share these we share them with a lot of other activities and clubs and other musical instruments, and we are so grateful that we get to work with worship. Tuesday night we did our 8th grade concert, 7th, 8th grade concert, and we, bid fond farewell to our 8th graders. And it's kind of cool because we get to, like, if they make it through 8th grade, you see them from here's your instrument to good luck at LT. It's a really kind of a neat special bond when the kids get to park. Kids already who are in the band or the orchestra, whatever your instrument is that they choose. So we just thank you for sharing your kids with us. We have a lovely time. After our next piece, Alpha Squadron, there's going to be a brief staging change as we welcome our advanced band up, our first intermediate band up here, and send our beginners to their seats. roller skating party, they were a large, they were the reason we were able to do those things. Since I was here many years ago as a student, HEMA has been around. HEMA has been an immense help to us. They help organize things, they help us distribute uniforms. We do want to recognize one of our outgoing president, Mrs. Mandy Badmunker. She's probably here tonight. She's going to be playing in the jazz band, but Mandy's our outgoing president. She was active. She took over right after COVID, and she and Mrs. Crandall steered the ship in the right direction. I would be remiss if I were to say we're not looking for some new cut on the committee, and we have an audience of some of our younger band members. If you are at all interested, and I think we have 2 or 3 meetings a year. We're fun. We plan things. We do various activities with the kids. It's a pretty easy gig. If you are at all interested in joining something not like a PTC or a PTO, but for band and orchestra, we would love to have you on board. And just contact either Mr. Lyons or me, if you're an orchestra parent or orchestra directors. We would love to have some new members on our board. I have everything written down. Sorry, I did forget, especially for our intermediate band. So HEMA, in addition to activities, we are our junior high kids. Last Friday we took a tour. We do a group activity every year where we perform and see a concert, and they help subsidize that through the fundraising. They also every year we offer scholarships to our rising 8th graders, 7th graders going into 8th grade, to attend a summer music camp. And this year we had, not even exaggerating, a record number of kids applying for scholarships. And so we have 9 kids in our 7th grade band. We're going to be attending a Statewide summer band camp. We're delighted, and it would be possible without HEMA. For our rising 7th graders, these guys, over the summer we started last year dip your toe into private lesson kind of a scholarship, where if you've never had the opportunity to take a private lesson, that is a lesson with an instructor who is a professional in their instrument and want to take a couple of lessons over the summer when there's less pressure at school. HEMA will subsidize some of those lessons. So we started this last year. We had a really great response and good turnout. Just be looking for information. Again, this is just for our rising 7th graders. Started when they started the park program. So look for that information about that. We're going to hand this over to our students to do some announcements. We're going to start with introduce himself.
Welcome to the intermediate band portion of our concert. My name is Owen May and I play the bass clarinet. We will begin with William Tell Overture by Gioacchino Rossini. Overture is a piece that opens a longer work of music, in this case an opera. The opera was composed in 1829 and is rarely performed anymore.
Rock Island Trail by Robert Sheldon. This piece has a special meaning to Mr. Lyons, and he gave us some background about it week by week as we learned it. In this piece, we learned some new notes and some new symbols telling us which parts of the music to play in what order. We learned on playing a few different speeds, which meant we really had to work on watching Mr. Lyons to make sure we stayed together.
Oversold the story behind the piece just a little bit, and from week to week I had them like on the edge of their seats waiting, and then when I told them like what it was, they're like, oh really? But anyway, the story is I'm from Central Illinois originally, I went to Metamora High School, and just down the road, East Peoria High School was one of our rivals in our conference, and the band teacher there, his name was Robert Sheldon, and so we would get together for conference band meets and things like that, so I got to play underneath the baton of Robert Sheldon at one point in time, so there's that connection. And then also, the Rock Island Trail, it's based upon the Rails to Trails program, and one of the very first Rails to Trails was in Alton, Illinois, and that's kind of where I fell in love with riding bikes, and my parents took me out on the bicycle path, so this particular piece kind of brings back some good memories for me when we play it, so I enjoy it, and I enjoy this one quite a bit. The thing that I just wanted to talk to you before I get to conduct the piece is just about signing up for band next year. These students have a lot to look forward to next year at Park Junior High as 7th grade students. And one of the reasons they have so much to look forward to is we have a really good crop of this year's 7th grade students as well. And I think next year's combination of 7th graders and 8th graders is really going to be quite a phenomenal year for us. As you can hear, they play really, really well. We have a really good crop of 7th graders, so I'm really excited about getting those two grade levels together and starting our musical journey. Band at junior high level is just a little bit differently, but a lot the same as in the 5th and the 6th grade. We still have our lesson once every week, but the way the lessons work at Park Junior High is that instead of having a rotating schedule where sometimes it's at 8:20, sometimes it's at 9:20, sometimes it's at 9:50, it's for most students scheduled at the exact same time each and every week. And what we do is we coincided with their PE class. So we might have all of the flutes in the exact same PE class. And then one time every week, instead of going to their PE class, they come to their band lesson. And most students enjoy missing or don't mind missing a PE class to come in for their band lesson. And they certainly like it, and parents like it as well, when they don't have to miss math instruction or social studies instruction to come to their band lessons. I have heard that sometimes students go a very long time without having to run the mile as well, because on one of our band days, it coincides with the mile run. And so some students get to go a very long time without having to run the mile. But in order to put that schedule together, we do need your assistance. And over the next few weeks, I'd really like you to think about and talk with your child about whether they want to give band a try next year at Park Senior High, we need to know who's playing so that we can put those schedules together. So in a couple weeks, or maybe it's actually on Monday, I have an email scheduled to send about registration for next year. It's not a binding registration form, but it really helps us to get an idea of who's continuing so we can plan lesson groups and the pieces that we're going to do again in the fall. So look for that in the next couple weeks, and I really hope that all the students continue to play. The more students we have, the bigger the band sounds and the more exciting opportunities that we can have together. This year, as Mrs. Flanagan mentioned, the students got to take an all-day trip that FEMA helped us support. Next year, we will have a different sort of experience for the kids. Every other year, we take a full-day trip where we play for a band judge, and then the rest of the day we spend at Great America. And so the kids get to have fun with all their friends, doing the rides, and just having a day where we're kind of celebrating all being in band together. So it's kind of an exciting event. Most of the 8th graders who went last year would tell you that it's probably the highlight of their career, being able to hang out and have so much fun with their band friends. All right, so here we are with Rock Island Trail, one of my favorites.
Josie O'Brien, and I play the trombone. In February, our band got to perform at all the grade schools on our first band tour. We got to share one of our Tonight songs with our teachers and classmates. When we were younger, the band tours were the first time we got to hear all the instruments of the band. It was great to be able to perform for our younger audience members. It was a lot of work, but we had a lot of fun sharing our music.
My name is Jen Lovell, and I play the clarinet. We have enjoyed the fanfare and roller coasters played by the Rock Island Trail. Now we step back and see some perform is called our last by Rockers. Fortunately, there are no signs of disgust or frigid temperatures in our near future. But originality in this piece is how to reverse. We don't always play together at the same time. We will also hear some notes played by the clarinets, trumpets, flute, and an old back. And that's all for me. We hope you enjoy our class.
All right, thanks for waiting patiently as we kind of clear the stage and get ready for the Park Junior High Jazz Band. The Park Junior High Jazz Band is made up of 7th and 8th grade students, and these 7th and 8th grade students, they, in addition to coming in twice a week for their concert band rehearsals, Tuesdays or Mondays and Thursdays, they get an additional day in the morning to come to rehearsal on Tuesdays, and we're able to put this together through one rehearsal every week. And a lot of these students also do some private instruction as well. And in the back of the room, there were some sheets of paper about getting a private instructor. And private lessons are really the best way to kind of jumpstart your child's playing, providing that individualized attention. And it's by a professional who is specializing on the flute or the oboe or the saxophone. Really, really goes a long way in helping the kids springboard and improve their abilities. Also, it also helps for maybe students who are maybe struggling a little bit to maybe keep up with their peers. But mostly students who do the private lessons really want to improve themselves and kind of excel so that they can, be the best that they can be. And just out of curiosity, jazz band members, raise your hands if you've ever done private instruction. So as you can see, there's a number of hands that go up. So you're going to hear not only the work that we do on Tuesday mornings, but also the students studying outside, and that goes a long way. The first piece that we're going to play today is called Jericho, and it's kind of a composition that combines the Sing, Sing, Sing from way back in the early 1900s, Gene Krupa, his drumming, with the melody Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho. And today we have Gene Krupa. Well, we couldn't have Gene Krupa, but filling in for Gene Krupa, we have Jacob Gale on the back. He does a wonderful job on the drum set. And the thing about jazz band music, it's a little bit different than concert band music. When you hear a solo or you hear something that you really like and you think it sounds good, go ahead and give them a little clap. Give them a little extra encouragement. All right, they're giving me the hook. We better start playing. The next one that we're going to play is entitled I Remember Clifford. It celebrates the life of a famous trumpet player, Clifford Brown. He was a case of one of those musicians taken away much too soon. This was written by Benny Golson, and Benny Golson is an active tenor player, I believe, and I believe he's in his upper 90s, and he still maintains an active touring schedule. So there is a place to play your band's instrument, no matter how long you want to keep playing. So we have a trumpet soloist on this one. This one was written for a trumpet solo, and the trumpet solo this evening will be played by Noah Van Bunker. We have one more piece for you this evening. Before we play our final piece, let me just go ahead and say thank you once again for attending tonight's performance. And let me thank you once again for your support of your child's music education, whether they're in their 4th year playing or whether they're just starting out in their 1st year playing. They have a lot to look forward to if they keep playing, so hopefully they don't put their instruments away after today or after tonight. They keep on playing for a lifetime. And we're happy, Mrs. Fanning and I, to be part of that journey with them. We're going to go ahead and play one more performance, one more piece before we're finished this evening. At the conclusion of the performance, the students are going to go ahead and head upstairs to get their cases and their instruments. They'll plan on meeting you down here in the auditorium. So if you could just give them a moment to clear the stage, and after they're gone, go ahead and meet them. Most of them will probably come down here to find you. So once again, thank you very much for coming to tonight's concert. We have one more, and the name of it is Killer on the Keys. And one of the main things that we talk about in jazz band is improvisation. And improvisation is where they make a melody up using a scale or a collection of notes, and they kind of make it up on the spot. It's one of the things that makes jazz music unique from most other kinds of music. And we have a number of soloists this evening. On Tuesday evening, when we played this piece, the 8th graders got to take a chance to play their solos. Today, we're going to have all 7th grade soloists, with the exception of the killer on the keys. We're very fortunate to have a very fine percussionist and piano player in the band this year. His name is Henry James, and you'll see why he is called the killer on the keys in just a moment. So thank you very much for coming to tonight's performance. I look to see you back again in the fall. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
The difference between the first action